Hello, welcome back. My name is Lily. I'm one of the respiratory therapists from sleepplay.com, and I'm here today to talk to you about issues with your mask when you have a high arch or big nose. A lot of times I get a lot of calls, service calls for issues with the mask, and also on our YouTube videos we'll get comments about what to do with a rash on their nose. Sometimes people are sensitive, okay, and it could be something due to your anatomy. You know, maybe you have a high arch, and when you put that full face mask, because it's usually with full face mask, right? Full faces come like this, and they also come under the nose, but most commonly you get the one that goes like that, like a triangle over your face, covering from the bridge of your nose to the bottom of your bottom lip, between your bottom lip and your chin, okay, so right here. So what happens is if you have a high arch or you have like a curvature to your nose, that can kind of create a sore, okay? Sometimes it gets sensitive, and if you're not careful, the skin can break and you can develop like a sore or an allergy or things like that, okay? Now there's different things that we can do, okay, depending on what the issue is. Most commonly it's from contact. Maybe you tighten your mask too much. Now, just to be clear, your mask should not be tight. It should be adjusted properly, you know, but not tight, okay? Because if it's too tight, a lot of times it can fold, and then you're gonna have leaks anyways. And you can also have issues with getting a sore or a blister on your bridge, and that can be painful. And essentially, you won't be able to use your CPAP because you won't be able to put the mask on your face, okay? All right. So one of the things that you can do is not tighten your mask too much, obviously. And if you're using a full face mask and you're using a gel mask, then you can also use, there's AirFit F20 from ResMed. It's a gel mask, but it also has the option of changing that cushion to the Air Touch cushion, which is like a memory foam, okay? So it's soft, it's not gel, because with gel you can sweat, and then that sweat can open the skin, right? So with the foam, some patients find it a little more comfortable. They also get like a better seal on the mask, because the foam kind of fills in all those little spaces, you know, or cavities that are open around here when you lay back, okay? So that's an option. The Air Touch F20 is an option to do that. Now, if you're still having these issues, regardless of which mask you're using that comes to your bridge, and that's the mask of choice for you, you can also use liners, okay? Liners, we have a liner that you can use, that you can line your mask. Let's say that you don't have an F20, that you have, I don't know, a Vitera, or you have a Simplus, or you have another mask, okay, that you enjoy, that you like, that you use for a while. We have liners that are from the brand Snuggle. You can get them. I'm going to put a link below so you can click it and get it from our site, sleepplay.com. And what you do is you cover this cushion, okay, the full face cushion, with this liner, okay? And essentially what that does, it's like on contact, you don't have that gel rubbing against the skin. That could be comfortable. That could help you out. Another thing that you can do is that you can use a mask that comes under the nose. They have full face masks that are mid-face masks that come under your nose, and your nose kind of rests on top of the mask. And it's still considered a full face because it has holes for the air to go up your nose, and it has a hole for the air to go in your mouth. So if you're a mouth breather, you can use those. And for those, I think we have the AirFit F30 and the AirFit F30i. The difference is one has the tubing on the top of the head and one has the tubing in the front. And there's also the Dreamwear full face mask, which also comes under the nose. So that would take care of that issue with the rubbing on the bridge. That's an option that you can use, okay? On the other hand, if you're using nasal pillows, right, or you're using a nasal mask, if it's a nasal mask that covers your whole nose, then once again you can use the nose pads, or you can cover it. I don't know if we have a cover for the nasal, for the N20, but we definitely have the pad that you can put across the bridge. Now, if it's a nasal pillow that goes inside of your nose and you're getting a soreness on the outer side of your nostrils or anything like that, which I get that sometimes from patients, then in that case, I would recommend that you stop using a nasal pillow. For one thing, you can call your provider, the DME company that you have, or you can go on sleepplay.com and you can purchase a different type of mask. Okay, it could be the one that goes under the nose, so it's not necessarily in the nose, okay, giving you that allergy or that contact, and change it. Just go to a different mask, a different nasal mask if the nasal mask is the problem. Now, if you see that it's something where you're bleeding or there's an infection or something like that, anytime that you have anything that is a little invasive or is a little worrisome to you, you need to go to your physician so that he can provide any medication or prescription medication that you might need in order to help you with that. Remember, when you use CPAP, it's a lot of pressure. Some patients have very high pressures up your nose, so it essentially dries you, and if it dries you and you have something rubbing there, the skin can break. You can also help the issue by increasing your humidifier. If you have a lot of issue with dryness and problems with humidity, you can also change the tubing to a climate tubing. Once again, you can speak to your physician or you can talk to your provider and ask them for a climate tubing option. Climate tubings are tubings that regulate humidity and temperature separately. So they help you be more humidified, let's say, to help you better assimilate a mask, whether it's nasal or it's full face. Anyways, I've talked a lot. I hope this helps you. If you have any other questions about a mask, I don't know, nasal mask, or I'm allergic to this. Well, this is essentially if you're allergic or you're having issues with blisters or whatnot on your nose. But for example, if you have any other questions about CPAP, I don't know, anything that you're concerned about or that you wonder about, feel free to put the question down below and we'll be more than happy to get back to you and answer any questions that you might have. Once again, my name is Lily Perez. I'm one of the respiratory therapists here at sleepplay.com. Thank you for stopping by.